Metadata is documentation that provides context and meaning to data. It helps everyone who uses it to understand data in detail. By opening a shape file downloaded from the UNESCO website named World Heritage Sites, we can only presume that those points refer to locations of heritage sites worldwide. Opening the attribute table, a lot of things become clear, but not to the full extent. Let's take a look at the columns of the attribute table. A column unique num should refer to unique number, but is it an official enumeration done by UNESCO, and why are some of the unique numbers missing? What is the difference between a unique number and an ID number? What do the other column names mean, and what kind of data do they contain? Where can be found the description of the criteria that the properties must meet to be included in the UNESCO World Heritage List? Metadata should answer all these questions and even more. To take a look at layer metadata, right-click the layer in the Layers panel and select Properties. Scroll down and click on the Metadata tab. Even though there is metadata of World Heritage Sites in various formats on a UNESCO website, there is no QMD format that QGIS natively supports. Layer metadata is stored in a project file, not in the layer, and it can be exported only in its own QMD format. The Metadata tab provides you with options to create and edit a layer metadata report. The data identification describes the basic attribution of the dataset. Parent, identifier, title, language, abstract. The Categories tab tells which category the data belongs. Alongside the ISO categories, you can add custom ones. The Keywords tab provides additional descriptive information about the dataset. It is suggested to use a standard-based vocabulary. The Access tab provides info on licenses, rights, fees, and constraints. It can help other researchers to find, use, and properly cite your data. The Extent tab tells about the coordinate reference system of the dataset, altitudes, its spatial and temporal extent. The Contact tab provides info about the owners of the dataset and a way how the owners can be reached. The Links tab is a list of ancillary resources and related information. The History refers to temporal information about a dataset creation and its changes. The last tab is Validation, and its function is to check if specific fields were filled or left empty. Metadata, often simply described as data about data, is background documentation that helps consumers to better understand data. It could help in dataset evaluation of whether a given dataset meets a specified needs and provide instructions for data handling. It is best practice when distributing information, in this case spatial information, to provide a metadata file with the data. That information will help a user in the future to understand the process of data creation. Let's assume that a lot of researchers are involved in some big project. How could someone track changes in a project if there is no metadata? How to be sure what is the last version of the data? You can't rely only on the version of the file in a file name or on a date when some file with spatial data was modified. How could a team continue with the research if someone leave the project? The creation of metadata is gradually becoming part of standard practice in many organizations. Metadata as a digital archive helps to make data findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. A lot of data is meant to be used many years after its creation or should even present a lasting legacy for future generations.